Good morning and welcome to the Scrummy Kitchen yet again. It's a rather dull, wet February morning this morning, so I thought today I'm using up stuff that I've got in the fridge that needs to be finished. So I'm going to make a courgette, chorizo and pepper bake. This is my own recipe. I'm kind of making it up as I go along because I just want to use the things that we have got left in the fridge before I have to go out again to the supermarket. We're still in lockdown, so it's essential journeys only, so finish up what we've got and then I can go and stock up. Anyway, so I'm going to talk to you about the ingredients I'm going to use, and then we'll get on with making the dish. So we're going to start with, I've got some chorizo. It's just a diced pack of chorizo, 140 grams that I had in the fridge. I've got a shallot, just one, that's shallot, just finely sliced. I've got a very large courgette that needed to be eaten up, and I've just sliced it into big pieces to get a nice big surface area on there. I have got one pepper that I've just sliced up into to large chunks. I've got 3 large tomatoes that I've just chopped up. I have got 1/4 of a pint, about 150 ml of vegetable stock. I've got tomato puree just in case I need it. I've got a tablespoon of brandy, which I'll try not to drink, and put it into the actual dish. And in this little pot here I have got, let's just wait for that's it in there, I've got 2 cloves of garlic which I've just crushed up. I've got about 1/4 of a teaspoon of chili flakes, and a large pinch of mixed herbs. So again, it's probably about half a teaspoon of mixed herbs. And then finally, for the topping, I have got some, actually this is for the sauce, I've got some mascarpone cheese that needed to be finished up. There's about 100 grams in this pot. There we go. And then I've got 50 grams of grated cheddar, and 100 grams of mozzarella, which I've just torn up. This is the this is like the pizza mozzarella, so it's not as wet if you buy it in a bowl. So those are my ingredients. Some of them are for the sauce, some of them are for the actual bake. So let's crack on. Okay, so we're ready now to start cooking the sauce. And in my pan I've just got some oil. I'm using avocado oil, but you can use any oil that you like. Into that I'm going to put my shallot and my chorizo. Okay, so I just want these to just cook down until they're slightly browned. To give them a bit of flavour. I want the chorizo to be a bit crispy, and I want the chorizo to leach its oils into my dish. Now, if you are vegetarian and you weren't using chorizo, you could get a similar flavour profile by using smoked paprika and garlic, and you could either not put any thing in at all, or you could maybe put some veggie sausages in instead. That would go quite nicely, but this isn't a vegetarian one, so I am using chorizo. And you can already see that the oil is coming out and starting to colour everything nicely. Now I'm also into that just going to put a little pinch of salt, and we're just going to let that cook. This is all going to bake in the oven, so it doesn't need to be completely cooked all the way through. It's just that I want to give it a little bit of colour, and you can see how the chorizo is giving up its oil, and that's really going to add a lovely flavour to the sauce. Okay, that's enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I want to keep the oil in the pan, but I'm just going to remove this for the time being because I don't want it to all burn. It's all going to go back in, so it doesn't matter, but okay. So that's removed, and now to this pan I'm going to add my tomatoes. Turn that down a bit. Get rid of that spoon because it makes a noise. Go back to this. Right, so I have I've turned it down probably too much. The reason I'm using fresh tomatoes is because I find tin tomatoes really acidic. They just don't agree with me, they give me sort of heartburn. So fresh tomatoes I always think make a much gentler sauce, but they do need a bit of cooking out. Right, so we're going to give that a bit of a helping hand. I'll turn that up so they will start to break down nicely. To that pan I'm going to add my garlic, chilli and herbs mixture. Tiny pinch of salt. And some pepper. I've added the garlic to this stage because I didn't want the garlic to burn. Bitter garlic doesn't taste very nice, burnt garlic. So I've added it here, and the water will just, you know, the flavour will seep into it without it burning. Right, now to that I am also going to add my brandy. Okay, so brandy's going in, and then I just want to, I've got to wait till that heat up. Set light to it, there we go. That's going to burn off the alcohol, but we'll have flavour without the alcohol. There it goes. You have to let that brandy heat up a bit before it starts to flame. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of alcohol in there. Okay, that's gone by the looks of it. Okay, I'm going to add my vegetable stock so that this can start to reduce down. Don't want that bit. Okay, let's turn that up because I really want that to reduce down quite a bit. Okay, so this is now bubbling away nicely. I'm just going to get my masher in there and just try to break up some of the tomatoes. Okay, I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of tomato puree. Just mix that in. That's nicely thickening up now. So I'm going to turn that off. Okay, so into this I'm going to add my mascarpone. Get it all out. Now what this does is it thickens and it makes a really creamy sauce, and any acidity that you had in the tomatoes, it will just take that away. Okay, let's just add this back in now. Right, let's give that a taste. See. Oh. I wish I could describe how delicious that is. That's got heat from the chilli. It's creamy, but it's tomatoey. The chorizo has given it a lovely flavour. That is yummy. Right, so let's just move that. Actually, I'll move that slightly there. And I'm just going to get my dish now, so I can assemble. So I'm going to start off putting a little bit of this sauce at the bottom. And I'm just going to take my courgettes and peppers, probably find I haven't got a big enough pan, but that's okay, because do you know what, if I haven't, I'll make one for the freezer. Let's go this way. But these peppers are going to go down anyway when they, not peppers, the courgettes will reduce down. Actually, that's not too bad. Let's put some more peppers on. Let's tuck them in. Get that under there. Doesn't really matter how you stick it on, you just want to have a bit of everything in each bite. So I think that'll be fine. Let's just cut that down like that, stick that in there. That bit can go under there. There we go, it's all going to roast. Okay, so on top, I'm going to put the rest of this sauce. Sorry, all you can see is the back of my pan, but let's just spread it over so that it's covering everywhere. And finally, we're going to sprinkle some cheddar over the top. To do this carefully, because my dish is quite full. Bit of mozzarella. There we go. Bit of basil on the top would look nice, but I don't have any. Okay, so there it is. Just get that up to the camera so you can see it. I'm going to put that in the oven, I think probably for about 40 minutes. So when it's cooked, we will come back and see how that looks. All right, see you soon. Okay, so I popped this into the oven for, it was in there for 35 minutes, and as you can see, it's now nice and brown. Let's just hold that up to the camera so that you can see the mozzarella is done nicely. Okay, so let's have a look, see if I can get some out. I think a nice bit of crusty bread with this will be just the ticket. Oh, there we go. Let's just get that bit of courgette out. Okay, so let's just give it a try, see how it tastes, just for obviously quality purposes. It's delicious. Everything's cooked really nicely. The courgette, I need to move this over here. The courgette and the pepper are nice and soft, but they're not so soft that they're disintegrating. Obviously they've bleached quite a lot of their water out, but I don't think that matters because the juice is so nice you can just mop it up. I'd happily make that again. So for an experiment and using up things that I've got in the fridge in the cupboard, I'd say that's an absolute winner. I hope this has inspired you to have a go, and I'll see you next time. Alright, take care, bye.